we now return to a buggy, shitty fucking game. So, the game crashed. I've accepted a mission as, you know what, fuck it, I'll just upload that video. It's only 4 minutes long anyway, but whatever. We're trying to get over there. There's no point in doing this, because we're just gonna... Well, actually, I guess we can maybe kill this guy as he walks by? I don't know. That seems impossible to me. Just wait until that guy turns around. Maybe this time I can jump down on him instead of his bodyguards. I highly doubt it. Game seems to want this very convoluted horse chase, but whatever. Got him.
So, you have your prize again.
Was it worth it? So much bloodshed.
A prize of such value. It will not remain yours for long.
We shall see. Le miserie nascono dall'avidità. Requiescat in pace. Don't. Who are you? Stop. Don't open it.
I hate how everything in this fucking game just doesn't matter. It's such a contrived plot.
Ezio, thank God you're back with us. Are you all right? What happened to you?
I don't know.
One of my guards had the luck to find you in the hills, next to Kek Orsi's dead body.
See, that I remember. Wait, there was a third man. He took the apple.
Who?
He wore a black robe, like a monk. And I think... a missing finger. See, Katerina, I have to go, right away.
Of course. Then you will need this as well.
The map Niccolo spoke of. Your husband.
Ex-husband, mio caro. He swore he'd uncovered the locations of all the Codex pages. You will recover the apple, but you will never find the vault without this. You know, there is an abbey in the wetlands near here, where I've seen monks wearing black robes. I'd start there. Now go. Find us a stramaladetto monk.
I think I'm going to miss you, Katerina.
Oh, I know you will.
So, back to this place where I questioned why we even went there in the first place. Because, yeah, of course. Can we get out of here appropriately now, or are we just gonna...
Die, cunt!
Don't mind me. Oh, sure, let's beat someone up.
My husband carries on with wanton sluts. My reputation. And I'm stuck with the bastard. Please, make him feel my displeasure.
I mean, how am I supposed to know?
That man!
He's here!
I want no part of this evil!
Any last words? I'm sorry. I regret it. Truly, I'm going straight home. I swear.
Forza ragazzo! Dannazione! Too hot to drink! None of my affair! Ora! Non parte di...
Non mettere le dita nel naso, bambino.
Presto! Presto!
Got to get out of
Oh shit! Please preserve me.
All right.
Mamma mia, this is good.
Search the Abbey.
Guard will have it in for him, lest he stole that.
Lunatic's madness must get out of here! Please, just leave me alone!
Do I go in?
Oh, I will enjoy this.
Blessings on you, brother.
Grazie. I wonder if you can help me.
What do you seek?
A monk in black robes who lacks one of his 10 fingers.
Well, Brother Guido has only 9 toes. You sure it wasn't a toe?
Quite sure.
And then there's Brother Domenico, but it's his entire left arm he's lacking.
Again, quite sure it was a finger.
Now wait a moment. I do recall a black-robed monk with 9 fingers. Yes, of course. when we had our last San Vincenzo's feast at the Abbey.
Yes, I know the place. I'll try there. Grazie.
Go in peace, brother.
I always do.
The Abbey inside of... not... him! Right. Probably make a trip. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to make a trip back to the villa because I don't need the money. But if anything, I need to make a trip everywhere to go pick up paintings or whatever completionist bullshit that is left to do in the game. Okay, fine.
This killer stains the very stone of our city with his presence. Surely God will be displeased with us should we fail to strike him down.
You want to get up there? Alright. I don't know. Is it going to be easier? It doesn't actually seem like I can't go in here. Like, I don't see guards or anything. Echo. Come with me.
Excuse me, brother. I wonder if you can...
Unholy demon! Get away!
What's wrong?
You're the one who killed Brother Stefano! Brothers, the killer of monks has returned!
Get the fuck out!
Whatever this is about, leave me out of it, please!
What? How close do I have to be to fucking tackle him?
Please, no, I don't want to die!
I only kill those who kill others. And your brother Stefano was a killer. I'm sure you are no such thing. Now, listen to me. I'm looking for a black-robed monk who's missing a finger.
Missing a finger, you say? Do you mean, like, Fra Savonarola?
Savonarola? Who is this? You know him?
I did. He was one of us, for a time.
And then?
We suggested he retire to a hermitage for a good long time.
I'm afraid to say his retreat has come to an end. Where would he have gone?
Oh dear. Santo Spirito? In Firenze? It's where he studied. Perhaps it's where he would return.
I thank you. Go with God, brother.
Come on.
Hey, Desmond. I think I repaired that busted memory. Why don't you try opening it?
What are we fucking talking about? 97? Wasn't the last one like 86? 89? The time scale in this game is nuts. How am I to believe that we go almost 10 years and we're still chasing after these guys? Of course.
If Piero had only a tenth of his father's talent, we'd still have some place to call home.
But clearly, there's some other way in. Maybe not. No, I guess I'm gonna have to fight my way in. Or ride my way in, or something, because...
I suppose I should find a way to stay in shape.
you can't ride the fucking horse inside the goddamn city.
There ought to be enough of you left to buy.
It won't let me ride the fucking horse inside the goddamn city. Because of course not. You have to become anonymous to continue. Go. All right.
Won't get away!
You value your life, run!
Yeah, fuck this noise. We're just gonna go take the roof. Really? Come on. Come on! What the fuck?
Why are you up here? Leave! No, you don't.
Yes, I do. How far away is this? A considerable distance. So there's the art merchant. But I didn't see that show up on my map. And he's out of my range anyhow, so I wonder if I'm reaching a point of no return in the game where I can't clean all this stuff up.
Kevin! Fresh cut leeches. Who requires fleas? We pride ourselves on delivering good food.
Climb?
Down or die!
I'm sure they'll just completely leave me alone with a dead body right outside the flower box. Not suspicious at all. feel that one on my shins. The bridge. You gonna roll this time? No, of course not. It's gonna go right through your fucking shins.
It's just a myth. A story parents tell their children.
Salve, Ezio. You picked a fine time for a homecoming.
Then it's true. Savonarola has taken control of Firenze.
Yes. No doubt aided by that treacherous artifact.
We should get to work on retrieving it.
That may be more complicated than you think.
When isn't it? Why don't you fill me in on things?
Walk with me. It all started a few weeks ago. The man everyone once reviled was suddenly the one they worshipped.
Ah, the apple.
Only in part. It's not the city he's enthralled, but its leaders. Men possessed of influence and power. They, in turn, oppress the citizens and ensure his will is done.
The people act as if they have no say in the matter.
Rare is the man willing to oppose the status quo. And so it falls to us to help them see the truth.
This guy... God, this fucking game cannot get the walk stuff right.
Yes. The Spaniard keeps sending his soldiers into Firenze. And Firenze keeps sending them back. Usually in pieces.
Then he knows the apple is here as well. An unfortunate complication. Stay close.
Right in the dick. As is tradition. I'm glad the bodyguards are so fucking effective.
I know. There he is. Do I know him?
Follow my lead. All right, the direct assault will be dangerous.
True. But what other option is there?
Aside from the city leaders, the people's minds are their own, correct?
See.
And they follow Savonarola not by choice, but force and fear?
See.
Then I propose we use these to our advantage. If we can silence his lieutenants and stir up discontent, he will be distracted, and I will have a chance to strike.
Clever. I'll speak with La Volpe and Paola. They can help to organize the uprising as you free the districts.
Then it's settled. I'll take care of his abettors.
Excellent. Now, I need to see a man about a painting. First, I guess we'll go climb stuff. Use the springboard by sprinting into it. What the hell are you talking about? Chest is full. Okay. I don't want that one yet. I didn't actually mean to come up here for that yet. I'd like to get my bearings before I go running around. You're not gonna latch on. Excellent.
non si passa. Do you hear me? Until you've all submitted and given yourself over to the prophet, Savonarola, this bridge will remain closed to you. I hear you
Am I
moaning
just
and complaining.
right above him?
You say you have things to do, places to go, obligations to fulfill. Ha! You have but one obligation, to submit. Why fight us? Why resist? This city is ours. Your precious Medici have abandoned you, fled into the wastes to wallow in self-pity. Savonarola wants only the best for you. A city free of vice and temptation. A people united by faith. All men are equal in the eyes of the Lord. And so they shall be in Firenze.
Would you not do that with the camera?
This is a chance for us to turn over a new leaf. To leave behind our miserable past. And return to simpler times. I am here to help. To lead you into a new future. Only accept our gifts. Continue to refuse. And I fear you'll have to contend with more than just a shuttered bridge. Understand my intention is not to threaten. I merely seek to open your eyes to a greater truth. That
You see
times are
nothing.
changing. No, that
You see
times
nothing.
have changed. And nothing good will come of resisting.
You see nothing.
I hear you moaning and complaining.
All right. You see nothing.
You're mine. He's here.
Oh, come on, I had him.
He's getting away. I thought.
You see nothing. Could you maybe target him? I don't know. Just fucking. Okay, yeah. Let's not get the guy that I'm after. Jesus.
You wear a noble's clothes. How is it Savonarola charmed you?
Wealth and power do not ensure contentment. I wanted even more.
And now instead, you have nothing. Questo non è che un atto dovuto. Requiescat in pace.
Alrighty. And as the only man in Italy who can swim, we'll just make a clean getaway. Now. Oh shit, they are all over the place. There's a codex page way up there. Alright, we're going to take a little detour from this very, very serious story plot point here. Or not? The fuck is going on right now? It's not a handhold. You're telling me that's not a handhold. All right. Gotta make it all the way to the other end of the goddamn city. Leonardo's workshop is not there anymore. He's in Venice. I don't know. We might take a trip or two. Since the game seems so willing. And you know what though? Like all these these guys are actually on the way, so we kind of have to go that way anyhow. Here's an art dealer. We can kill many birds.
What are you doing here? There!
Shit! The croppers are really going at it these days. What happened?
Treasure maps, done.
Pleasure. Grazie for your visit.
Alright. Now, Billy.
Wherever it is. Go back. Maybe we'll get some more quirky Englishmen, yes? They're so fun, so stiff.
If you don't get down, there! He's pushing!
I don't recall if I got the symbol over here. I don't think I did. Where is... Really? Well, that's gonna start it anyhow.
Live every day as the last.
Aye.
Tomorrow I could be...
You must not disrupt our work! Firenze is sick! It's our duty to cure her!
How? By forcing our people to follow a madman?
It is unwise for you to challenge those in power!
Yes. Well, that is about to change.
No! You won't take me! Savonarola will know of your treachery! Guards! Guards!
Chase him down. Because, yeah, why not? Get up the fucking wall. Oh, he's coming towards me. Fantastic.
There he is! Get him!
Get out of the way, fellas.
Things are better under him! Under us! I was a victim. It's not my fault.
No, you made the choice.
He charmed me with that thing.
Only because you allowed it. Lo faccio per il popolo. Requiescat in pace.
Hi. Motherfuckers are persistent.
Die! Die! Just be ready to strike when the time is right. Soon there won't be enough of you left to bury.
Are you afraid?
Merda! Strike! Ora!
Each weapon has a different deflection point. See, in the first game, what you could do is you could just hold on to the buttons, and then as soon as the enemy got close enough, it would automatically do the thing. You cocksuckers.
There he is!
Alright, get the fuck out of here. Find a canal or something. Jesus Christ.
Don't. I'm with you. He can't escape. Bravo! Bravo!
Is there nobody fucking friendly around here? Also, it's absolute fucking horseshit that they can run faster than me. What the fucking Christ? Oh, Jesus fucking shit. Where's a fucking canal when you need one? Jesus Christ. Fucking bridges and water everywhere, and then when you fucking need it. I'm going to fucking kill civilians here in a minute.
You are not getting through me, son. How long can you stick out that runner?
Serpentine. Okay, what the fucking shit? Where the fuck is the goddamn water? This game is fucking horseshit.
What's wrong? Ah, yes, you're still breathing. You're not. He's here! You won't get away! We're on an honest business. No fancy prices. Quarry, get out of my way! Image to you. You won't escape!
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm so fucking tired of this crock-sucking game. I swear to Christ. What the fuck?
Bring it through! Hurry, get him!
Right here, we'll get the bus!
Down.
Get up the cock-sucking boxes, you motherfucker. Been around this goddamned area so many fucking times now.
Has he lost his mind?
I guess that's the tower I'm after. Finally.
Keep away, filth!
Not really sure what purpose that serves at this point, but we'll go with it.
Amici, why not shop with me? Please, leave me alone. Guard!
I can't die!
Just wanted a quiet day. Taste of what awaits.
Aye.
Run!
Why is it
Get him!
there's never any groups anymore when I need them? Let's just make sure we're actually going in the right goddamn direction. If I could find a way up.
Your hole, little mouse!
Could possibly escape via the roof.
In the way! Not you! He's there, on him!
Let no man be confused concerning the nature of this killer. He is a base, evil man out for the blood of...
Why are you here? Get down! Maybe he's nearby. I see him! There!
Do you? Do you though?
There! Eccolo! Get him! Eccolo! Hurt!
Okay.
Move, Bastiame! He's here! My God!
And just like that, the problem's solved. Okay. So I got my hands on that. What I would actually like to do is go back to this. And then I would like to find a travel point so we can go talk to Leonardo and then go back to... Okay, now why is that? Oh, hey, there's a feather. So I see an official I could kill to maybe lower my notoriety just a little bit. It might make it a little bit easier on me. He's heading away from me. I think, anyway. I mean, it actually looks like he's right below me here. Get down!
Bizarre.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Get out of here! Non mettere le dita nel naso, bambino!
It's the opposite effect of what I fucking wanted, but okay. You fucking imbecile.
You are not allowed! There he is!
Not. Hey, help me out here. Get up. Is this where I want to be anyway? Did I just... No. Although I could, although you have to be anonymous, don't you, to be able to make your way out of that shit. So we may as well just keep going. Unless I can find like a box or something to hide in. Oh, now I should be neutral. Alright, fuck it, let's just go. This is Leonardo's old place anyway.
Pride ourselves on delivering good quality at fair prices. See for yourself.
This doesn't help me to go here first. I need to go to Venice first to get those codices translated. I cannot. There's Venice. There we go. Was it in the middle? Sure. I don't actually remember where his workshop is. There's a whole area here that I haven't done shit with. But I thought... Isn't this his workshop? Well, we'll go here anyway. Did he... What happened?
What's his problem? Why can't he walk?
Let's just
like
go
everyone
completely neutral in town, please.
What? There! No, you...
Just shut it. At this point, it would probably just be faster to run through the streets.
You have no reason to be up here! I'm to kill any I find up here!
Alright, actually, this is the building. Is it not? Now I need to be over here. I'm fairly sure it's right there. that he's not here anymore. So where did he go? He's not in Venice anymore. Where did he go? I really don't remember. I actually don't know if that's even been established that he's not here anymore. Where were he? Wasn't in Forley. At least I don't recall talking to him in Forley.
Come, don't be shy.
From the holy god, the disputed lands to the south are
Was he in Tuscany? Let's just go and we'll see if he showed up there. I really don't actually remember where the last place is. Look at this. I haven't even opened up this stuff. Not that it matters. I can't look at maps from other regions. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know where he fucking went. Well, let's just go back to my villa then. See, the problem is that, unlike in the first game, the different areas are not distinct enough for me to remember them or to differentiate them. This whole game has just been a blur because oh, Leonardo's actually here. We're still missing two. Why does it feel like there's more and more of those pages than I initially had? He must be up here. No, he's not. Portraits of all the people I've killed. Fantastic. Get off of that. Put the fucking feathers in the box. So where is this asshole? Not on this level. He's on the level I was just... There's a secret room somewhere, and it's got the fucking treasure in it. And apparently it's also got where Leonardo is holed up now. He's right there. Jesus Christ.
Leonardo!
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you? Ha ha! You found another one! How exciting! Yes, we just switch these two lines and then shuffle them left. Done.
2 pages deciphered. Are those the 2 that are done? Apparently so, because it gave me an extra health. The wall is now done. Alright. Shall we read it? Sure, let's read it. And that'll end the episode here. I have spent days with the artifact now, or has it been weeks? Months? I can no longer be certain. The others come from time to time, offering food or distraction. They say I should separate myself from these studies. Malik has even suggested I abandon them entirely, but I am not yet ready to turn away. This apple of Eden will be understood. It must be. Is it a weapon? Is it a catalogue? Is it somehow both? He who increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. The philosophy of such a statement I can understand, but for it to be true, literally true? A society that waged wars with ideas and information in place of steel and swords. This is going to be a long read here. Its function is simple, elementary even, dominion, control, but the process, the methods and means it employs, these are fascinating. Those subjected to its glow are promised all that they desire. It asks only one thing in return, complete and total obedience, and who can truly refuse? It is temptation incarnate. I remember my own moment of weakness when confronted by Al-Mualim, my confidence shaken by his words. He, who had been like a father, was now revealed to be my greatest enemy. Just the briefest flicker of doubt was all he needed to creep into my mind. But I vanquished his phantoms, restored my self-confidence, and sent him from this world. I freed myself. But now I wonder, did I really? For here I sit, desperate to understand that which I swore to destroy. This is why the apple has a tale to tell. I sense the flickers of something great and dangerous. We are all at risk. It is my duty to do something about it. I must not, cannot, turn away until I have found the truth. No data. Zoom to see the image data. Zoom to see the image data. Not that one. Number 3. No data. Here's the spring-loaded knife. What follows are the 3 great ironies of the Assassin Order. 1. Here we seek to promote peace, but murder is our means. 2. Here we seek to open the minds of men, but require obedience to a master instead of rules. 3. Here we seek to reveal the danger of blind faith, yet we are practitioners ourselves. I have no satisfactory answer to these charges, only possibilities. Do we bend the rules in service to a greater good? And if we do, what does it say of us? That we are liars? That we are frauds? That we are weak? Every moment is spent wrestling with these contradictions, and in spite of all the years I've had to reflect, still I can find no suitable answer, and I fear that one may not exist. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Does our creed provide the answer, then? That one may be 2 things, opposite in every way, simultaneously? And why not? Am I not proof? We of noble intentions, possessed of barbaric means? We who celebrate the sanctity of life, and then promptly take it from those we deem our enemies? Who were the ones that came before? What brought them here? How long ago? Centuries? Millennia? Longer still? So little remains of them. What drove them out? What are these artifacts? Messages in a bottle? Tools left behind to aid and guide us? Or do we fight for control over their refuse, giving divine purpose and meaning to little more than discarded toys? Robert de Sable may be dead, but his brotherhood survives. Though less conspicuous in appearance, I fear they remain a threat. Where once they proudly walk the streets, making for easier targets, now they retreat into the shadows. It grows difficult to track them. What wicked things will they weave in the darkness? Our work will be all the more complicated for it. Already there are rumors of a movement on Cyprus. I have to investigate. It's made me realize that our tactics too must change. It means an end to our fortresses. To our penchant for spectacular displays of public assassinations, we must weave our webs quietly, and we must do so differently than we have in the past. Though I ask my brothers now to abandon their rituals, I do not ask that they abandon the creed. This is what makes us assassins, not the removal of a finger, nor a false promise of paradise, nor not the prohibition of poison. Our duty is to the people, not to custom. If we must sneak, we shall sneak. If we must poison, we shall use poison. If our blades can be used without removing fingers, we shall not demand they be taken, and we shall not manipulate our initiates with lies and parlor tricks. We shall speak plainly and honestly. We shall be made anew. Can we have some more pictures? Because I thought that Ada would be the one to lead me to rest, that I might lay down my blade and live as a normal man, but now I know such dreams are best left to sleep. Her face. I tried to banish it from my mind as I remember the days and nights during which I chased her Templar captors across the sea. I almost got them in time. Almost. If I had only been faster. Instead, I held her lifeless body in my arms, saw the terror reflected in her fixed, unblinking eyes. I hunted each man, one by one, until all responsible were gone from the world. But there was no joy in this, no satisfaction or release. Their deaths did not bring her back, did not heal my wounds. After that, I was certain I would never again feel for a woman as I had for her. I am fortunate to have been wrong. Why do our instincts insist on violence? I have studied the interactions between different species. The innate desire to survive seems to demand the death of the other. Why can they not stand hand in hand? So many believe the world was created by the hand of a divine power, but I see only the designs of a madman, bent on celebrating destruction and desperation. Our origins seem chaotic, unintended, purpose and being instilled solely by the passage of time, imposed first by nature and later by men. Over time, any sentence uttered long and loud enough becomes fixed, becomes a truth, provided, of course, you can outlast the dissent and silence your opponents. But should you succeed and remove all challengers, then what remains is, by default, now true. Is it truth in some objective sense? No. But how does one ever achieve an objective point of view? The answer is you don't. It is literally, physically impossible. There are too many variables, too many fields and formulae to consider. We can try, of course, we can inch closer and closer to a revelation, but we'll never reach it, not ever. And so I have realized that so long as the Templars exist, they will attempt to bend reality to their will. They recognize there is no such thing as an absolute truth, or if there is, we are hopelessly under-equipped to recognize it. And so in its place, they seek to create their own explanation. It is the guiding principle of their so-named New World Order, to reshape existence in their own image. It is not about artifacts, not about men. These are merely tools. It's about concepts, clever of them. For how does one wage war against a concept? It is the perfect weapon. It lacks a physical form, yet can alter the world around us in numerous, often violent ways. We cannot kill a creed. Even if you kill all of its adherents, destroy all of its writings, these are a reprieve at best. Someone, someday, will rediscover it, reinvent it. I believe that even we, the assassins, have simply rediscovered an order that predates the old man himself. No text. Attis, Dionysus, Horus, Krishna, Mithra, Jesus. Similar stories color their lives. Too similar, I think. It's almost like they stole from each other. Divine birthright, persecution, disciples, miraculous acts, resurrection. How is it possible? Perhaps it isn't, merely a single story told over the ages, borrowed then changed to fit the times, evolving as our tools and language do? Is this tale born of fact or fiction, a bit of both? Could these figures be the same person, their life extended and transformed by a piece of Eden? Al-Mu'alim spoke of Jesus as a real person, a mortal who had mastered the arts of manipulation. But what if he was wrong? If these men are real, and if they have walked amongst us many times before, does it mean they'll come again? Perhaps they're here now. So many questions, and every day even more. No text. The hidden blade has been a constant companion of ours over the years. Some would even say it defines us, and they would not be entirely wrong. Many of our successes would not have been possible without it. Still, the device has begun to show its age, and so I have been researching improvements beyond ending the need to remove one's finger to wield it. The first is the addition of a metal plate that can be used to deflect incoming blows. The other assassins believe it is forged of a new metal, and credit me with the discovery of the formula. Included on this page, which you can actually... Okay. Have all of them had this? It is better that they do not know the truth. I have also worked with Malik to describe new methods of assassination, from on high, from ledges, and from hiding places. Basic movements, but critical nonetheless. The third and final improvement is the most simple, the provision of a second blade, identical in every way to the first. Should an assassin ever find himself tasked with dispatching 2 targets, he need only time his strike in such a way that he might reach both at the same time. These blades will be limited in number since the metals with which we forge them remain difficult to obtain. I will need to think carefully about who shall be allowed to carry 2. Okay, let's go back. Not that one. No, not all of them have pictures. I think we're fine. Man seeks dominion over all that he encounters. I suppose it is a natural tendency for us to aspire towards mastery of our surroundings, but this should not include other human beings. Every day more and more are pressed into service, by deception or by force. Others, though not so firmly imprisoned, are made to feel as if their lives are worthless. I have seen the ways in which men persecute women, or the cruel words hurled at those who come here from other lands, watched as those who believe or act differently are made to suffer. We discuss such things often, watching as we do from the spires of Masyaf. What can be done about this, or what can be done to stop this, to encourage tolerance and equality? Some days we speak of education, believing that knowledge will free us from immorality. But as I walk the streets and see slaves sent off to auction, my heart grows cold. When I see the husband hurl abuses and stones at his wife, insisting she exists only to serve him, my fists clench. And when I see children torn from their parents so that another man might profit, sent off to suffer beneath the desert sun and die, on these days I do not think that dialogue will make a difference. On these days, I can think only of how the perpetrators need to die. No text. Atlantis? That's Cyprus, as it said there. The apple is more than a catalogue of that which precedes us. Within its twisting, sparkling innards I have caught glimpses of what will be. Such a thing should not be possible. Perhaps it isn't. Maybe it is simply a suggestion. How to know? How to be sure? I contemplate the consequences of these visions. Are they images of things to come, or simply the potential for what might be? Can we influence the outcome? Dare we try? And in so doing, do we merely ensure that which we've seen? I am torn, as always, between action and inaction, unclear as to which, if either, will make a difference. Am I even meant to make a difference? Still, I keep this journal. Is that not an attempt to change or perhaps guarantee what I have seen? Of all the things I have seen, none troubles me more than the image of the flames. Pillars so tall they seemed to pierce the heavens. The ground rumbled and shuddered. Mountains split and crack. Great metal towers splintered, their innards strewn about the ground, and everywhere there was screaming, a chorus so terrible that even now I feel its echo still. What is this madness I have seen? Is it them, I wonder, those who came before? Is this where they went, into the fire, into the dust? Perhaps this destructive power is what the Templars seek, that they might hold it over us and command devotion. What hope would we have then if they held such darkness in their hands that they could murder the world? We are obligated to hide, to be silent, to shape the course of history in secret, but some of my brothers and sisters disagree. They grow angry, insisting it is a mistake to shroud ourselves. They say it slows our work, but they do not understand the risks. To expose ourselves now would be too dangerous. I fear we would be branded madmen and attacked. So it goes. So it always has. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that men do not learn by being told. Instead, they must be shown. They must make the connections themselves. If I say unto a man, be kind, be tolerant, be of open mind, these words will wither and die long before they've effected change. It would be a waste. And so we must maintain our course. Legends speak of a golden fleece. Could the two be related? I have further refined the metallurgic process, allowing for the production of a suit of armor, the likes of which the world has never seen. It is possessed of great strength. It's so light as to allow complete freedom. I have studied the ancient pagan faiths that came before this more recent obsession with a single divine creator. They seem to have focused more on the fundamental force at play in the world around us and less on arbitrary moral rules. The sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening. The tides ebb and flow. Grass grows, withers, dies, and then in time emerges from the ground once more. The air turns warm, then cools and back again. Some hidden energy keeps us fitted to the ground and pulls us back when we attempt to leave it. Each of these movements was represented before by a god or goddess, each force given face but recognized as something distinct and powerful, which is not to say there were not connections between these forces, a pantheon of individual spirits or of rules, invisible hands guiding the process or progress of the world around us. And so here there was an attempt to categorize, study, explain, and understand the way things work, even if it was flawed, but no more. Now we are asked to succumb to a far more simplified explanation. I'm naive to believe there might be a single answer to every question, every mystery, that there exists a lone divine light which rules over all. They say it is a light that brings truth and love. I say it is a light that blinds us, and forces us to stumble about in ignorance. I long for the day when men will turn away from invisible monsters and once more embrace a more rational view of the world. But these new religions are so convenient, and promise such terrible punishment should one reject them. I worry that fear shall keep us stuck to what is surely the greatest lie ever told. I would like to point out, and this is something that Western education, and especially American education, glosses over and doesn't even recognize. While Europe was going through the Dark Ages, the Arab world was flourishing. And in fact, one of the, not causes, but one of the things that helped with the Renaissance was the Crusades. There was a lot of cross-cultural exchange during the Crusades, amongst the whole genocide and religious persecution and all that. But that's one of the things the Crusaders brought back, was the classical knowledge that the Arab scholars continued and improved upon. In fact, there's a book called 1001 Arabian Inventions, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's about things like, the pinhole camera that was invented by an Arab scholar. So, while the Christian world was going in the whole medieval Dark Ages period, the Arab world was actually, or I guess I should say, the Muslim world was flourishing through scholarship. So it's kind of a glossed over part of history that should be corrected. One may cultivate extracts from various plants found throughout the region. More exotic species can sometimes be obtained from traders and travelers, but their properties are less documented and require further examination. Traditional alchemical implements can be used to distill the poison. Care should be used, as certain poisons can be absorbed through exposed skin. Many are those who have lost their lives to carelessness. One's blade should be hollowed according to the specifications listed herein. Deviation may create fractures within the metal, causing the blade to weaken and possibly break. What to make of this map? It appears to contain the entire world. Not flat as they claim either, but round, like a ball, like the apple. But how is such a thing even possible? Stranger still are the lands it shows, great patches of the unknown, the unexplored. So many places yet to be discovered. Are there men there? Are they like us? And if not, different how? I should like to know the answers. Perhaps in time I'll have the chance to travel, to chart a course and make my way to these distant lands. Is that foreshadowing to what, Assassin's Creed 4? Is that the one that happens in the colonies in America? Okay. Since that didn't show the Western Hemisphere, I'm guessing the answer is no. Some days I miss my family, or at least the thought of them. I never knew my parents well, despite them both having lived within these walls. It was our way. Perhaps they were sad, though they showed no sign. It was not allowed. For my part, so much of my youth was spent in training. There was little time left to reflect upon the separation, and so when they were finally lost to me, it seemed no different than the passing of two strangers. Al-Mualim had been as my father, and was and his was a weak and dishonest love, though at the time it seemed enough, better even, or so I thought. Some day I will have a child, such is the way of our order, and I will not make the same mistake, nor any who call themselves an assassin. We shall be allowed to love our children, and in turn to be loved. Al-Mualim believed such attachments would weaken us, cause us to falter when our lives were on the line. But if we truly fight for what is just, does love not make such sacrifice simpler, knowing that we do so for their gain? No text. That must be his wife, lover, whatever. I have the answer now. I know the truth. I shall not touch that wretched thing again. Best that no one do, now or ever. I have tried at last to destroy it, but it will neither bend nor break nor melt. Oh, the irony. I am certain if I asked, the apple would tell me what need to be done. But even this promise is insufficient. Always it holds one more gift to give. I must refrain, so it shall be sealed. We will take it to the island, once theirs, now ours. There is a treasury there, hidden well, and it shall have to suffice. Risky to separate myself from the artifact that others may discover it, riskier still to keep it close. In time I will be tempted. I am weak, we all are. Who wouldn't be? Oh, the things I have seen. The tale is here, inside the text, not between the lines, but beneath them, where only our eyes might peer. Go and see it for yourself, that you might succeed where I and the others have failed. Time marches on, bringing with it new discoveries and developments, and so at least one day the doorway might be opened and the message delivered. They will have their profit. We are growing larger. More make their way to our fortresses every day, men and women, young and old, from different lands, of different faiths. Each tells a similar story of having discovered the first part of our creed, that nothing is true. Too often, though, the revelation undoes them. They lose their morality, certainty, security. Many are driven mad. We must guide them, help them to heal. Their minds must not be filled with more fairy tales, but with knowledge instead. Let them have answers, and let those answers be difficult and complex. Such is life. Success. We have found a way to alter the structure of the hidden blade so that it can be used to launch small projectiles. It is capable of grievous damage, even from great distance. I confess the means by which I came about the discovery was risky, to say the least, but I have found that in small doses and with a focused mind the apple can be used without ill effect, or so I hope. The knowledge of projectile combat is not new to us, having been observed amongst our eastern neighbors, but their weapons were much larger and insufficient for our needs. I have now found a way to miniaturize their designs, embedding their fiery weapon into a form that can be worn on the wrist. Again, I still feel like the way this is used in this game is a very bad idea and a great way to burn your skin on your wrist. We have also refined the formula for combustible powder, such that common ingredients might be used. This is a dangerous bit of knowledge, and it is best shared with only our closest allies. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a great design, actually. A dark tide rises to the east, an army of such size and power that all the land is made quick with worry. Their leader is a man named Temujin, who has adopted the title Genghis. It's not Genghis Khan, it's like Genghis Khan. He sweeps across the lands, conquering and subsuming all who stand in his way. Whatever his motives, he must be stopped. Were I younger, I might attempt to undertake this work in secret, as I suspect the presence of a piece of Eden. But those days are years gone now. The mantle must be passed. It is time she and I spoke with our sons. We will travel there together, that they may be tested, and that this threat might be stopped. Soon I shall pass from this world. It is my time. All the hours of the day are now colored by the thoughts and fears born of this realization. I know that the elements of my body will return to the earth, but what of my consciousness, my identity? That is to say, what of me? I suspect it will end, that there is no next world, nor a return to this one. It will simply be done, forever. Our lives are so brief and unimportant, the cosmos cares nothing for us, for what we've done, had we wrought evil instead of good. Had I chose to abuse the apple instead of seal it away, none of it would have mattered. There is no counting, no reckoning, no final judgment. There is simply silence and darkness, utter and absolute. And so I have begun to wonder, might there not be a way to stop, or at least delay, death's embrace? Surely the ones who came before were not so frail and feeble as we. But I have sworn to be done with the artifact, to not gaze into its core. Still, faced as I am with the prospect of my end, what harm is there in one last look? Okay, now I can interact with this here. And look, Eagle Vision. Oh, come on. There is a further puzzle to this. It's a map of the world. That was correct. Which one? Oh, this one. Oh, okay. I mean, interesting, but... okay. Leonardo's gone. He's gone. Okay. Jesus. Long enough. So it seems like we are fast approaching the end of the game here. I feel like, though, I'm going to have a hell of a time moving around the town until I kill these associates. But I do want to go looking for these visions so that we can complete the whole truth thing. What is that? That's in the database? Yeah. I'm not even halfway on these things, so I would like to go find them. Which... found all those. There we go. So yeah, here's how we're gonna travel. Only got one left in Magna. It's in that building somewhere. So I think that's what we'll do in the next episode. We'll go looking for some of that stuff, kind of avoid Florence. Although, wait a minute. Florence still... Florence only had two. Florence had that place and the Mercato, which we were just at, but now that it's cleared of enemies, maybe that'll be alright. So we should be able to do the others without a whole lot of issue. Yeah. I still don't know what the secret memory thing was. What that was about. Okay, I guess I'll read the letters too. Not this time. I'll incorporate these into other episodes. And I guess I could talk... You know what? We'll do a whole episode of reading that. I should have done that with the codexes. I didn't realize it was going to take half an hour to read them. But yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I'll read this in the next episode, and then we'll go looking for the secret documents in the next one after that, and then we'll continue the game. So, I will see you next time.